Oh, hello. I almost didn't see you there. Oh. Face turn! Yeah, pretty much. The Astral Express, it's called. It's the Star Rail.
Yosh.
Does it have an organ to suck up water?
Mada hayai shi, doko ka ikou ka?
Is this the metaverse? No. They do not have an organ to suck up water and cannot obtain nutrients from solid water. However, it does look pretty cute. Its tail is pretty cute, I guess. Great job, everybody. Good morning, Natty BB. Yay! I now have so much to do in this game, which is kind of cool, but also kind of like, Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess I still don't have two people that will help. Or that I don't have a second person with this. Or do I? No. I have two erudites. I have the two healers, so I probably should stay there. We got multiple erudites, so... Yeah, see now... Two erudites work on that, so maximum power! And I should... Yeah, because I got Hook, I now have two destructions. That is good. Reach 500 on daily training activity. At this thing? No. Oh. Oh, I see. We get these light cones. We're getting certain distances. Complete one daily mission. Okay. To Forgotten Hall one time. Oh, I forgot that there was a shop dedicated, like, with this place. Is it worth doing low-level ones over and over again? I mean, I guess because I also have those to do. I've only 3-starred the first one. Increase damage dealt by all allies by 50%.
対処法を考えよう。
これ
やっルールは破るためにある。
同点元気超無一角。
竜うちのとっておきを食らえ。いやよいしょ。血を開けよう。
痛くも痒くもない。
竜うちのとっておきを食らえ。
Yeah, I don't know if I can kill this guy before clicking.
いや殴ったね。
やっ
よいしょ。逃がさない。
同点元気超無一角。
竜
Yeah, there's no way.
うちのとっておきを食らえ。
Yeah, yeah, no, I agree. I think that's one of the reasons why I like this is because it does give me some Phantasy Star vibes for sure.
よいしょ。
Yeah, and I think because since it's not rule, I don't get a new one. What is insignias? Oh, the insignias I think are these.
忘却の庭に入りたいのか。
俺を列車に招き、俺は今までずっと考えてきた。どうしたら知らないうちにずっと緊張状態になって思考まで固まってしまっていた。貴重なものではないが、
Well, I guess I've never really been down here. Oh, no, I guess I just never went to this one. Or am I crazy? Oh.
うちのとっておきを食らえ。
同点元気超無一角。ル
ルールは破るためにある。
よいしょ。
やったやっ
同点元気超無一角。
自分の意志で結末にたどり着いてみせる。てっ
Huh? I've accidentally stumbled upon a quest. Oh, he's been charged? Fuck yes.
うちのとっておきをくらえ。
Sheila's character script. Oh. Written by Gun Konolev. Sheila's character introduction. Sheila Nova, guide of the Herta Department of Galactic Geopolitics, is the child of two unidentified justice researchers from the space station. Her parents were both killed in a war against the Lord Ravager's destruction of her home planet, Minyader. Gun Konolev has raised her since birth. She has gotten a proper and comprehensive education in the field of justice and has made it her mission to propagate the moral ideas of the Department of Galactic Geopolitics. 1. She's always righteous and proper in her conduct, and she is never pessimistic in the face of injustice. She runs through thought experiments on ethics in the space station on a regular basis. 1. Such fabrication seems so pathetic in contrast to her real life. 2. Her code of conduct will be passed down to future generations. Sheila's dialogue line smiles. My name is Sheila Nova, elegantly. I am only a guide of the Department of Galactic Geopolitics, in charge of enforcing regulations established by the space station's leaders on a regular basis. Enthusiastically, I pledge myself to the Department of Galactic Geopolitics and to justice itself with my health, dreams, and greatest passion. Instead, I've never left the space station since my birth. I don't think I'll leave the station until my soul returns to the galaxy. Interesting. Script is exactly what Sheila said when she answered my questions. Yeah. Very interesting and kind of terrifying, to be honest. Oh, everybody came for my meeting. For some reason, my character, I ran down here and then like, there was a button to like call a meeting and my character just randomly pressed buttons. But they didn't show up that day or whatever, but now it looks like they're all here. Thank you all for coming to my meeting. The people in the conference room are so noisy you can't even hear what anyone is saying. The fact that everyone's still willing to meet up in such a dangerous place is a glowing endorsement of your department. Even further cause for celebration, Rick Astley and Belinda Carlisle are touring together. What the fuck? What year is it? When are we? Starting next month? Fucking crazy. So your solution is in no way appropriate for our department. You've never given a single thought to our concerns. Since you know so much, then do you have a plan that's suitable? We're already at version 12 of the plan. Do you think that's my fault? Or are we supposed to ignore all of your previous poor suggestions? What are we going to do about it now? Egg custard? What do we need egg custard for? I'll revise that part in the next version. I'll definitely revise it. You know what I think? Endless revision of doing the same work over and over is the biggest failure of the research process. What are you looking at me for? The revision process of business wasn't my idea. There's no need to keep listening to the debate go back and forth because a key mediator is missing, and you realize that the organizer of the meeting assumes this responsibility. You stride forward and begin delivering the ultimate impromptu speech. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I think the version 1 is quite satisfactory. You can all see very well for yourselves whether or not it meets your current requirements. The argument debates that, and the correct answer is within grasp, but everyone seems to ignore it. It is precisely by grasping this blind spot that you're able to successfully crack it. The conference room draws quiet, and everyone present is roundly saved by version 1. You also get to experience the pleasure of helping others. And everyone's like, I'm sad that I don't get Jade or what's one of the other things? Jade or it's like certain rewards. I'm sad about those rewards. Oh yeah, I was here to find a Calyx, but instead I ended up where the fuck? Okay, I need to go left when I get out of here. It's fine that I stumbled upon it. You get cool tour announcements. Yeah, like I never would have imagined ever. Huh? Honey? He's still stuck down there. Oh my gosh. All right, well, first of all, I kind of also realized that I forgot to read a thought bubble. And I think it's in here on the left side of the server. Yeah. You move through a nebula made of numerous ionized gases. Your long journey has made your digestive cavity feel upset. You desperately want to fill it with something, anything. You've devoured so many interesting items, a chunk of steel that shoots bright gas currents, a massive ball of fire trapped in a cage of iron, a crunchy rock debris disc. But you've grown tired of eating all that. You want is something tastier. They forgot to put in the word what. There's a typo in this. I love you too, Angel of Zin. How are you doing? Welcome back. And more of it. You want is something tastier and more of it. You flail your tentacles restlessly. Not being able to eat makes you so hungry. There must be something tasty around the nebula, right? You feel a little annoyed as you circle about at a high-speed particle stream of misery. All of a sudden, your sensory orb seems to pick up something fragrant, a scent that draws you in. What could it be? Is it something delicious? The filaments in your stomach tremble with excitement. You can't wait anymore. You race off to the source of the aroma. Countless tubes and feeders swing about violently. You haven't had this kind of feeling in forever. A primitive impulse shoots to your endoderm. Endoderm? Is that like skin inside of... Okay. From your peripheral nervous system. It's thirst and hunger. You feeling better? I am indeed. The scent grows more intense. You can't resist the urge to extend your umbrella of a body as you throw your whole being into this dazzling aroma. You're so close, so close. Now it is time for the grand feast. What comes into your field of vision is a massive planet. It is truly a big, big celestial body. You're still young, so you never imagined that a planet could be so big. You had previously assumed they were all small enough for you to swallow whole. Yet the planet before you is easily 3 times the size of your body. This makes you wonder whether your digestive cavity could fit it. How many days would it take to consume a whole planet? Or the whole planet? Your worries slip away before long. After all, you have plenty of time. You are the youngest in your amoeba slime mold tribe. You have far more days ahead of you than behind. You realize that you can eat for as many days as you like. Eating is your destiny. With this in mind, you happily burrow onto the viscous atmosphere made of hydrogen and helium. You start looking for a place to begin your meal. Do you want to taste the scorching molten core first? Or the cool clouds of ammonia? It's a buffet of planetary proportions. That's a cute story. A cute story of being a big old blobby boy. Oh. Let's get it. Mite. It looks nice. The photos are not yet sent. Whoa. The picture of the coach. What do you think? You have any suggestions? There's nothing to nitpick with this one. What a coincidence. I think so too. If there's anything to criticize, it'll be not having me in the picture. Alright, you're it. Huh? PJ, my official photographer. Oh boy. Cute. Oh yeah. Why am I always so scatterbrained? Game optimization and known issues. You want to know what I would like for this game? Controller support on Android. Big old blobby boy can't find something to eat. Yeah, for sure. He found something to eat though, but then he was like, oh my goodness, this planet is too big for me to swallow. Will my internal cavity be big enough in order to swallow this? But he's like, wait a minute, I can just eat this for a long time and it's fine. I can't hear you. What's the matter? What's the matter? Don't you see I'm stuck here? Young people these days, your brain fried, your eyes ain't no good either. If you ask me, I'd say it shouldn't have happened. There should always be two people dealing with bearing blockages, both at the top and the bottom in case of repulsive bridge failures. But who could have guessed that none of these kids these days are willing to do the job now? Lab control device, repulsive bridge, or whatever. How much you pay me? Yeah, kids these days, all you know is money. Agreed. Oh, he agreed to pay me. He's like, yes, I'll pay you. I would not take that. I would not, but I'm sorry, old man. This is what I came here for. I hope this person never unfriends me.
同点元気超無一角
蝶と共に散れスターレイファントム蝶と共に散れスターレイファントム次蝶と共に散れスターレイファントム蝶と共に散れスターレイファントム蝶と共に散れスターレイファントム
Oh, that got me to the next Trailblaze level. Pretty cool. Hmm. running out of oxygen. I don't have any strength to speak or reserve energy or blah blah blah. Hmm. Get that trotter. I didn't really fall into the gotcha hole of it, but I like everything else. I like the ridiculousness of this game's lore and the style of it and the fact that it's turn-based and all sorts of other things, but I have not spent any money specifically to do gacha.
同点剣気超無一角
自分の意志で結末にたどり着いてみせる。
A second Azeron gamepad. Let me read that name. Shefania Rahamak. Do we call you Shafa? Thank you for the follow. A pleasure to have you with us. Get battered. A second Azeron gamepad. Yeah, I've been doing my best to try and keep from spending too much money. Because I'm trying to save up for a ticket to Belgium. Alright, I got my treasure chest. Bye, sir. You move pretty quick, lad. There are a lot of nice things in that box. Help yourself. I better hurry. Bye. Why didn't you just turn on the switch yourself? Why didn't I just turn on? Oh, I suppose you didn't notice. Such terrible acting. What? I can hear you quickly. I can't hear you, lad. Speak up. You just wanted to get my attention, are you? You're not trying to blackmail me, are you? I didn't ask for anything. How can you call this blackmail? At the most, I just took up a little bit of your time. Come on, get out of the way. I can't hold it anymore. I can't even get him made. That dude's been standing there for days. Yeah. The 7 bridges problem. Ooh, we're getting close. I do have one. How much do I need? I need 1440. Oh my god, I am so close to doing another 10 pull. Guess I've never been in that end. Oh, okay. I have been here, but I can... They just added the goddamn Calyx. How rude of them.
同点剣気超無一角はっルールは破るためにある
うち今回は足を引っ張ってないでしょ。
Hey, here's CP, okay. Good. Where it all began.
「一緒に写真を撮りに行く？」
Are you hungry, little one? You want some? The birth of a person is like rubbish landing in a trash can. There's a pleasant sound and it brings joy to people. What a wonderful metaphor. It's like I'm reading about wars in a distant past. And this, my friend, we have a long life ahead of us, and you still have time to experience your life. Until Billabog sends off the last trash can. How much sorrow does one have to endure before one can write such a romantic prose? 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 What's up, Stilo? I hope that your travels were not too stressful. Words that take me ages to come up with seemed so easy to him. I feel like I'm conversing with a king who conquered the wind and snow. Like he is a saint while I am an insignificant vagrant. Now I can't focus on anything else. If you know anything about this Garbage King, please let me know. I want to know who he is, where he comes from, and what he's been through. At least I want to understand the gap between us. Ah, was encouraging. Not too stressful. Good, good. Hi, Annie BB. I love you. A tracing paper envelope, black with silver lettering. If you found it next to a mailbox, you'd speculate that this is a flyer or coupon was a love letter sent to the wrong address. But this is a trash can. It reads, "Today is Guardian Alyssa's birthday. The recipient of this letter must forward it to 3 people or within a day, or bad luck will follow them for the whole year." Wonder what happened to the person who threw it away. Bella Bog sausage. We survived at least. How's the streaming going? It's going alright. I just, I got some okay sleep that didn't involve nightmares with living shadows made of blood. So, that was nice. I don't know if I had any nightmares yet. They haven't come back to me. I know I dreamed. Whatever, it's irrelevant. Ordinary trash can, ordinary trash. The king doesn't seem to be here. Oscar the Grouch is somewhere in here. Oh, whoa. It was really stressful. DJ Stila discovered my driving skills. Oh, so he knows how well you can drive? Looks like it's been cleared out. Trash disappearing into a trash can like droplets of water disappearing into a pond. Like tears in rain. So now he knows that you are the best driver in the world. You made it though. I'm proud of you. My princess of power. A beautiful postcard is lying in the trash can. It says, "My friend, you are walking the right path, but you are walking too fast. Why don't you take a break and let time rest?" Signed, the Garbage King. Just the people in the UK driving on the wrong side of the road, so she couldn't really help it. Oh, yeah. You're pretty bad, too? With driving? I'm really great at driving. I miss driving so much. I love piloting machines. That's an excited kid. One for recycling garbage and one for recycling wet garbage. Pom-pom fur doesn't easily degrade and isn't toxic, so it belongs in dry garbage. You immerse yourself in the joys of garbage sorting. What the fuck? That's great. Mailbox looks like it's seen better days. You think you saw someone post a sausage between 2 bits of bread here. Come to think of it, maybe they were using it as a trash can. Oh boy. That's a loud dude. It was also a nice storm while I was driving. Oh. I hate driving during storms. The only time I've ever been in car accidents is when it was raining. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. I always feel this strange calm when I stare at the trash can, as if finally returning to where I belong. Ah, the breeze and the smell. Oh, don't mind me, I was completely lost in a sense of belonging. I remember you, friend. What brings you here? Is this the clue you're looking for? Another postcard? Unbelievable. Has he been watching me? What a weirdo. I still can't believe he's a scavenger. Does he actually have any other, another identity and he's hiding this to experience another kind of life? For words, that helps. I'm great at machinery and motorbikes. But actual cars. My problem with motorbikes is that I would take way too many risks. Boy, am I tempted though. I can feel it. Inspiration shoot into my head. These are the ideas I've never had. Anyway, thank you. I will cherish these 2 postcards. She did really great, and I'm proud of her for doing a great job, Enely BB. I feel the same. Now, if Scene was there with you. Synthesizer? Is this what I got? Punitive food? Food to punish people? Upon use, immediately recovers 2 technique points from your team, but each team member loses HP equal to 15% of their max. That's funny. Okay, where we go next? Donde? I forgot what I was doing. Oh yeah, I think I bought all day newspapers. Yep. You know what? Let's continue with the normal quest for a little bit, shall we? Maybe? Was there something else I immediately needed to do? This is a good amount of side quests, though, I'll tell you what. And I know a lot of them probably lead to a lot of other stuff. Yeah, let's do side questing. Maybe the old man will give you a reward. Yay, time for another cool short story. In your view is a stretch of sticky, unruly, and unattractive red mud. Some part of it is even squirming. It occurs to you that it is a group of claymen with big heads and short legs. They are the true rulers of the planet Kalsas. Oh, this place seems to be the royal council chamber of the claymen. You've forgotten why you're attending the meeting, but you know it's a golden opportunity to pry out the precious minerals from the bellies of the claymen. Oh my goodness. The meeting room reverberates with muffled gobbling noises. It sounds like the whines of despair made by a person drowning in a swamp as mud slowly blocks off their airways. This is the Clayman's race's language, but you can't understand a word of it. You've yet to implant a synesthesia beacon. The meeting is boring you to tears. On Kalsas, anyone can speak their mind, the interpreter relays to you. The Clay Queen gazes at you, and you wonder where the Queen's eyes are. The synesthesia interpreter says, "This mission rests upon our shoulders. Together, we will defend Kalsas from the calamity that is the wet season." The Clay King is overcome with emotion. Meanwhile, you stare out the window, racking your brain as you ponder what kind of texture the meat of clay sheep would have. By the stars, you can't take it anymore. Listening to you prattling of the talent motivation department's top brass would be more interesting than this muck. You can't resist the urge to roll your eyes, but suddenly notice the king is staring directly at you. Thankfully, the king just wants to invite you, a rare Earth management consultant from the IPC, to speak on the stage. Problem? You're just an outsider. What could you possibly know about the future of Kalsas? Haha, you've got it. You roll your dry eyeball slyly and swiftly, then flash the king a standard yet dazzling smile. You take to the stage and release an unending waterfall of sounds in what you imagine their language to be. Oh boy, this is not gonna... The crowd of claymen cry as they hear you speak. You worry they might dissolve in a puddle of their own tears. You laugh and shrug towards the interpreter and you say, "This planet doesn't have a shred of hope because the claymen won't make it past the wet season." He says that there is so much hope for Kalsas, the interpreters say as he nervously sweats. This is a common language, universalism. You understand? By joining the IPC and being united, there will be no communication barriers. Interesting. They're still not gonna make it past the wet season. I want to know more on how that story goes. Arlen, what are you doing here? Photos made every staff member anxious. Arlen, what should we do? If it were up to me, we shouldn't do anything since we're not even sure what's shown in those photos. Enough. Not like the station has never encountered strange phenomena before. Go tell the rest. I will lead the investigation myself. Why take this on all by yourself, Arlen? If anything happened to last time, what happened? Oh, it's you. We're discussing recent photos of specters circulating around the space station. Oh, scary. That's just the tip of the iceberg. Other staff members have taken more photos of the same thing. Recently, the security department has received multiple sightings of the unidentified creature. It moves around stealthily like a ghost, and only a photograph can reveal its shape. It may have a connection to a certain curio. Too busy with the station's reconstruction, none of the research labs have any more personnel to spare to this investigation. They always claim that they're busy all the time. Patooey. They actually spelled out like how you would spit. Patooey. That's right, Arlen. You shouldn't take this on all by yourself. Well, someone has to. Well, the ball is in our court. We should just take it. If we kick the ball into another court, that just means we've lowered ourselves to their level, wouldn't you say? Careful what you ask for. I know, but how would I be able to work security if I'm afraid of trouble? I should remind you that everyone in the security department already has their hands full of routine danger elimination tasks. We simply don't have the people. That's right, I still have so much work to do, like that one... all right, TJ. You wouldn't refuse a request from a recovering patient, would you? This is an emergency, so I need your help. I already sent for people to gather all the witnesses of the specters at the reception hall in the base zone, so let's go interview them before coming up with a plan. Okay. Requiescat in pace. Yokai shimashita. Yokai shimashita is like, yes, sir! Kind of. It's more like, roger that, sir. Look, I don't know how long this bottle opener has been in the toolbox. I finally found it. This bottle of soda is from the 4 amber eras ago. Kupo Kali, so fragrant, oh, so refreshing. Would you like a sip? Must have got flat ages ago, right? I haven't gone flat. When I was your age, I could light Gun's beard on fire and set up Bernard with that chick in the department at Inside all in one go. Sadly, I really was a bit flat in the station breakout incident. Time flies, though. Now, I even forget to bring a bottle opener. I can't deny I'm old. Let me tell you, that patient, the patent for this Kupukali used to belong to this space station. This anti-gravity drink was once all the rage across the galaxy. I only have a few bottles left. I'd better enjoy every last sip while I still can. Oh, right. I haven't introduced myself, have I? I'm Wen Tianwen. I don't know how to say that name properly. The mechanic. I'm number 1 around here in terms of age, experience, and skills. Unfortunately, it doesn't mean jack because I'm the only one in the maintenance room. I had a partner once, but he was a scoundrel. Not only did he blow a big hole in the space station, but he also kept sending back these strange letters. He always blocked the bearings and made me go repair them. I never got along with that troublemaker. It's as if we were fated to be at odds with each other. Ah, Akivili must have turned their backs on me. That's what I got stuck in here. I was stuck for so long I was starting to ache. Ouch. You promised to pay me. Hey? Do I look rich to you? I'm just a poor mechanic. I've been charged with a dereliction duties ever since the scoundrel made the giant hole in the station. You want a reward? I don't have any. However, since we've been talking this whole time and you seem agreeable enough, it's worth making an exception. Listen carefully. What I'm going to give you is 10 Star Rail special passes? Huh? What do you want about? I'm only going to show you the way to make money. You're guaranteed to make a fortune. As for the origin of fortune, well, it all started with this person. Remember the scoundrel I was just talking about? His real name is Jose Lazaro. Jose? Jose? Shit. The old fart has a bunch of grand titles like former researcher in Department of Galactic Geopolitics, former member of the Nameless, and a member of the Armed Archaeologists. When he was still in the space station, he would boast about his inventions all day. Astro Rod, Galaxy Guide Chart, the special auto radiograph, various soft drink patents. He was so arrogant and refused to obey anyone. What's more, he would get very upset whenever he saw his colleagues from the Department of Galactic Geography being bullied by others. He would often stand up for his colleagues and start fights. Sounds like a decent guy. What a scoundrel. Oh, that's right. I am glad you see the truth. Long story short, Jose is famous for his craftsmanship. On one hand, it's because he likes to tinker with things in his spare time. On the other hand, It's because he would come to the maintenance room to learn from me almost every day. He was responsible for clearing blockages. He invented ultra nickel parts, and he brewed Capocali. As for me, I was responsible for supervising his work. By the way, we also wrote a book together, The Art of Soda and Space Station Maintenance. We did have a good time, yes. It really was quite good. Until one day I was suddenly woken up from my sleep by a terribly loud noise. That scoundrel blew a giant hole in the maintenance room and flew away in an aircraft, leaving me with all the mess. Afterward, I learned from others that the fuel in the spacecraft that he used for his adventure was stolen a bit by bit from my maintenance room. And that is the station breakout incident that he boasts about all over the place. It's been so many years. But whenever I think about him, I'm still so mad at him. That's destruction of public property. That's unforgivable. He betrayed his teacher and friend. I'm glad to hear you have a conscience after all. Never be like that, Jose Lazaro. I've been told there are many young people in the Department of Galactic Geography who worship that old scoundrel like a spiritual idol. What a bunch of buffoons. Coming off topic, eh? That's what happens when you get old. Usually I have no one to talk to, but now I get to let it all out. I feel so much better. So, what I really want to give you is this treasure map that Jose Lazaro left behind. You just wanted somebody to chat with, didn't you? Of course not. Stop talking nonsense. The treasure map revealed a special audiograph is in black and white. Only the location of the target room is marked with a red circle. This is the elevator on the lowest level. Oh, auto radiograph is black and white. This thing was hidden in a corner somewhere in the space station. Someone found it and thought it was trash. But it ended up here with me, so I tried using that old scoundrel's special technique to reveal the text, and lo and behold, it revealed the coordinates of a room. I've been told that the old scoundrel left many personal treasures in this space station. They must be hidden there. You can look for them according to the location on your map. If you can find them, everything there belongs to you. I have to go take a couple of sips of Capocali and tinker around with my blazing wielding gun. I wouldn't give up on that even if Akavili were to come pay me a visit. Imagine having a conscience in 2023. I have a conscience. I have a conscience. How are you doing, Dragon? Sup? What's up, Billy Goat? Welcome to the stream. Oh, wait a minute. No. What do you mean again? Wait a minute. How about this? You want some of this? You want some of this, you son of a bitch? Bam!
逃がさない。足をいじめるな。殴ったね。
ルールは破るためにある。
逃がさない。
Event for double planet drops.
よいしょ。
There's a set amount each day that will be doubled. Okay. I will probably need a reminder.
超無一角
But
う
yes.
ちのとっておきを食らえ。
Ooh, that's right. Today I get to go watch the kitty. I get to go to Zambo's house. Oh, that was a formidable foe? Shit.
病気を治せるのなら良薬じゃ。
Oh. I guess I got those all. Brother DJ, can I ask you something? Lots of little robots have recently been disconnected from the terminal. My checks say they were manually turned off. The security department tells me that you went past that area. Did you see anybody suspicious? I confess I did it! Don't do it again. I'll ignore it this time. I should have said I didn't do it. Turn off the little robots in the space station 6 times. No, no. Treasure Hunters Part 1. You've been fooled. Actually, there's no treasure at all. The only big gifts are my 4 graffiti drafts hidden in this room. And yes, there is also a nice picture of your respective Madame Herta. You didn't expect this, did you? If you're a devout little researcher, take a deep breath. Don't get a heart attack. If you're a fun-loving person, young person, I suggest you collect them all, take them out when life is bad, and have some fun while studying in the Dark Tower. Jesus. Laughing, Jose Lazaro. There was none. Treasure Hunters Part 2. Alright, if you can see this, it means you followed my advice and that you possess the precious virtue of perseverance. I must admit, you've gone such a long way. If I don't give you something, it'll be a little mean. After all, I don't know who'd be looking for my treasure after so many Amber eras. There's a slim chance that maybe you're my future champion, my spiritual successor. Wouldn't it be a pity if I accidentally hurt my friends? Seems like there's no other way. I have to show you the real treasure now. Your respected Jose Lazaro. To Treasure Hunters Part 3. Have you ever had a soda called Capocali? It was once the signature of the space station, an anti-gravity drink extremely popular in the Southern Orion system. Oh, sorry. Besides my other famous inventions like the Astro Rod, the Galaxy Guide, this is another one of my masterpieces. The Inter-Astral Peace Corporation once wanted to spend 5 million credits to buy its recipe. I refused. When Huaren of the Herta Department of Implement Arts had tried to steal the secret from me 33 times, which he was beaten to a pulp like he deserved. Now I'll make it public once and for all. The Treasure Hunters Part 4. Do not doubt your eyes. Above is the precious secret of Kupokale. I swear on my mother's grave, if you are one of us, you will know where to decode the passwords above. Tip: a special method is required to reveal the text. Jose Lazaro, terrific. It's got to be the radiogram method. Yeah, it's dangerous. Let's go. There's fragmentum creatures. The equipment we set up previously has been damaged. Therefore, we trip to collect the beacon data to restore a remote connection. Your camera is equipped with a temporary scanning program through which the space station's terminals can remotely analyze the data in any visible beacons. There are quite a lot of wubbaboos in this social. Oh, I get to see them first. They look like adorable little ghosts. They managed to transfer some beacon data to themselves amidst the chaos. Point the camera at the wubbaboo and extract the data once button lights up. What's the premise to this game? There's a lot of mystery, really. And I haven't gone far enough in the story to really figure things out. But the way it starts... Oh, man, there's kind of a lot. The lore is kind of a lot. My character was, like, made. I see you on Space Train. Right now I'm on a space station that the space train showed up at. The game starts with somebody, like... What's it called? There's these two people and they break into the space station and they steal this thing called a Stellaron, and then they like 3D print my character. Like my character they just made to be a vessel specifically for the Stellaron, and the Stellaron has the ability to be a very dangerous and unstable thing that causes all sorts of weird havoc or whatever. And so now there's one inside of me. Nobody really knows why. I've been inducted onto the space train to just like explore places. Apparently at some point, humans, a certain select amount of humans found out how to become so powerful that they literally became gods. And so the rest of humanity kind of like follows these gods. There's a shitload of lore, an absolute fuck ton of lore to like really go through. And none of it has really truly come together yet. So it's all just been a journey of random shit until now. You like learn about planets, but essentially we go planet to planet looking for stuff and helping things, usually involving Stellarons, and looking for answers. That's really what a lot of that is. There's so much. I'll be right back though. I have to go to the bathroom. BRB.
Yosh. Yosh. Yosh.
And I'm back. Oh. Yeah, for sure. Like it's man, I don't know, it's kind of weird. The characters at the beginning that were stealing stuff also were talking about like future predicting simulations that were run that partially has to do with the reason why they were even doing what they were doing in the first place. Was to like set in motion a series of events. Good morning, Hurry. I hope you're doing well. DJ Cliche Honker Space Rails. DJ Cliche Space Honkers.
同点元気超無一角ルールは破るためにある
Oh, he's crying. I'm on a train where the wife was at. It has a story for me. I'm not addicted, Hurry, I said. Clearly in the title, I'm not addicted.
同点元気超無一角
What's up, doorknob?
逃がさない。うち今回は足を引っ張ってないでしょ。
Yeah, pretty much. The story is what's got me more than anything. I mean, plus tax, though. Yeah, a little bit. I can see that.
同点元気超無一角
That sounds like 25 to me. Hi, Ghost! Dude, I'm convinced that other ghost was hiding in the other room and I just missed it. Unless it was over here and I just missed it. When you actually have to fight instead of autoing the trash, yeah. But that's another thing that I like, is that you can auto the trash. Am I crazy? It would make the most sense if one was hidden somewhere in here. The most sense. How long have I been crazy? I would say since around 1990 to 1995, somewhere around there is where it all began. You behind somewhere over here, little ghosty. Am I crazy? It does say 3 out of 4 array. Does it just show it on the map? You cannot use that function here. But if to step into this to see it, what's the secret? I feel like it has to be in this room. Sometimes you have to look more up in order to see the truth. There was one right there. Maybe he's in the plant over here. Maybe he's in one of these plants. So go. Oh, there you are, you son of a bitch. That little troublemaker. How dare. Go back and have a good rest. I will submit. Oh, sorry! Oh, God! Mission completo. Oh, boy, we gonna do... We can do some summons. Who wants to help me? Who wants to help me with summons? Who wants to help me with summons and, like, make me get this banner character, please? Please and thank you. Be very upset if it was a written dialogue I could read. Yes, give me your prayers, lend me your energy. Raise your hands into the air. No rainbow. Praise RNG. I should put her in my party. Well, it'll be a little while until I'm able to do that again. The giant telescope, let's go. And she offers a speed boost on ult and an overkill attack boost to the party. Ever get a good pull yet? Not really. I mean, I got the one guaranteed 5-star, and because you get one after a little while, and first of all, she's adorable little BB, but also she's like the best healer in the game, so it was good that I got this. But how many times have I gotten her now? This is the third time now on her. Oh yeah, that's always kind of the same thing. Meteor showers for wish and want. So I got her to like E3. Hold up, let's check all the thing. He's at E5 because that's what you do when you go through the game and buy shit. I got 1 copy of her. I got 3 copies of him. No copies of her. 3 copies of her now. No copies of her. 2 copies of her. Yeah, and that's it. It would be interesting to say the least. Please tell me she's not like 10,000 years old and a sex goddess or some shit. Please don't let them loot the lolly. Please no, please no, please no. What do we need for these? More green boy OG and whatever that is. I need more of these green seeds. I should probably do that. When you need 2 separate parties for content later, you'll be really happy you have Bailu. Yeah, that's exactly what Gender Rules was saying. He was like, there's parts where you need to have like 2 parties. He goes like, I really wish that I had Bailu to have a second healer for those parties. Having a healer it spoils you. You want some of this? Wow! Drooling drop of draconic divinity sounds like a 1,000-year-old sex goddess to me. It's okay, she's 1,000 years old. I'm justified. No, please stop. Okay, what's next? Okay, I'm navigating on there. What's the button? Nowhere to go. Alright, we're going back to this point. I'm just curious. I don't believe the old scoundrel would leave anything good. What's the paper you're holding? Oh, that's Madame Herta's disrespectful. Really disrespectful. Give it to me. You don't let others see it. Try the auto radiograph. What? This treasure is also marked with the location of another treasure? What game is he playing? Let me have a look. This is an encrypted letter. The secrets of Kupo Kali. Why, you little... Just wait. There's enough audiograph region... Oh, here we go. When, my man, how are things? After I left Space Station, my little birds at the Department of Galactic Geography told me that things were not exactly going your way thanks to my unconventional way of doing things. Your entitlement to become the head of the Department of Implement Arts got stripped. Bad insult to injury, they put you in the maintenance room to make up for the giant hole I blew out. It is what it is. My apology. My apology would only hurt you more at this point. Nor can I make up for your loss. You know me. I hate hypocrites more than anything. For years I've been wandering amongst the stars and can't remember how many times I thought of writing you. But I've heard that all the people working in the station, you hate Jose Lozero the most. What's the point of sending you a letter knowing very well that you would not read it? That's why I sneaked back into the station some time ago and set up this puzzle for you to solve. All this fuss just to make sure you get the letter. Now, it's time that I hand over the secret recipe of Capo Kali to you. Sell it to the IPC. It'll make it worth your while. Some sort of compensation from me, I guess. I wish you well in the rest of your journey. Secret recipe of Capo Kali. Caramel, carbon dioxide, peas, Canterbury bells, interdimensional leaves, ambergris, Jesus, and orchid zest. For those of you who don't know, ambergris is like whale puke. Yes, you're seeing it right above the secret recipe of Capo Kali. I swear on my mom's life that it's authentic. If you're one of us, you know how to decrypt it. Got a tip for you. A specific method of auto radiography is required to reveal the text. Jose Lazaro the Terrific. He's speechless. What's he playing at, that old scoundrel? As long as we can find the treasure. Caramel, carbon dioxide, ambergris. Does it mean saliva? At least he has a shred of loyalty left. At my age, a sip of Capo Kali is the only thing I want. Of course, I never cared about all the mess he left with me. Ever since I was young, I have never liked academic research and dealing with Department of Implement Arts. My biggest wish was to hide in the maintenance room and play with the tools. Work when I wake up and sleep when I get tired. In my opinion, dealing with machines is much more fun than dealing with people. Amen. So many people have come and gone through the space station over the years, with the exception of Jose. So I was angry that the old scoundrel didn't share a breakout plan with me. Not even a little bit. Aren't we brothers? Shouldn't brothers be able to talk about anything? Nevertheless, it's been so many years, I've long since learned to let it go. On the contrary, whenever I hear about what kind of trouble he's making outside, I really do feel happy for him. He was born to run amok all over the galaxy. He also thinks of you as a brother. Maybe. But if he had really invited me to make a breakout from the station, I may not have had the guts for it. So after all that, the treasure's just a recipe, lad. What do you think? You keep it as a memento. I do not want it unless you insist, and maybe I'll consider taking it home. Very important to you. Well, in that case, let me show you something. Let me see these ingredients. I suppose I could find some at the warehouse if I look hard enough. Come on, a big bucket of fresh Capo Kali. That's the taste. Just take these sodas with you. They can refresh your mind and strengthen your body. Lad, you're the only one who would talk to me ever since Jose left. If you're interested in that old scoundrel, you can look around the space station again and see if you can find some of those letters he sent back. Those letters are filled with his bragging. That guy just wants more people to hear his nonsense. Nonsense could be very interesting to listen to. Haha, and play with tools. Ah, I see what you Ah, you little brat. Alright, enough chit-chat. From now on, whenever you're free, just remember to come more often to chat with me. Although I don't have much of anything here, and you and I have an agreement. Whenever you pop in, there will always be enough Capo Kali for you. Yay! Ooh, 10 Capo Kalis. And hear more of your gossip. You know, Baron, Stubborn, Department. I shouldn't have read any of this. I've read so much already. He was a womanizer, fell in love for the first time in Department of Insight. Young love is always full of passion. Bernard Stellis' younger self in Rocky. I'll come talk with you more later, old man. Oh, it's one of them origamis. The young researchers in Department of Galactic Geography. From the Comet Hunter. My young fellows, pals or whatever, behold a tapestry lies before you in which your former Department of Galactic Geography colleague waved in his discovery and realization after he made a breakout from the Herta space station for the Grand Galaxy. Oh, this is that dude again. The Interastral Peace Corporation won't sell you a word of what I'm about to say, even if you hand them a million worthless credits that you have to sell your homes to get. And do you know why? Because what I'm saying here is about freedom, rebellion, and instability. Things that evoke hatred from the IPC, which loathes risks and only cares about making employees mindless machines. The best the IPC can offer is to distract you with 1,000 exotic wares and 1,000 false choices from what truly matters. This is precisely why it attempts to please many factions. It's trying to hide the reality we live under, a facade of false prosperity and happiness. Now is the time to face the truth. When I was with the Herta space station, the Department of Galactical Geography was looked down upon by all other departments. Those self-righteous biologists, politicians to be, fortune-telling conjurers and profiteers, all of them despised us, thinking that we were too incompetent to study anything else other than playing with stones and mud. But once you leave the Herta space station, you'll find that truth couldn't be further from what they led you to believe. Our knowledge of the scale of the galaxy is on par with that of the Nameless, who traverse the universe. Our desire to learn more about the geography of the universe was once blessed by the Trailblaze Aeon, who laid down star rails to connect the planets, linking the far corners of the universe, even the dark areas. The deity goes by the name of Akivili. On this course paper that didn't cost me a penny, I share with you the teachings they left us before passing away. Be proud and look skywards. If you feel things are not going your way, that all's without purpose, or the universe is dark and cold, blow a hole out of her the space station. Make a breakout from the space station. You'll find that the galaxy is yours to explore. I know this because I've done so. Disclaimer: the content of this letter is for members of the Department of Galactic Geography only. Don't hold me accountable if you brats from the other departments try to follow suit. Former member of the Nameless, now an armed archaeologist of the Intelligentsia Guild, Jose Lazaro. Are there any more origamis in here? There's one. Winnie heard to from the Comet Hunter 1. Oh, let's see. Hi there, you still alive? Call it a bummer if you want, but the fact that the space station is surrounded by Antimatter Legion is hardly news to anyone. The entire universe knows about it except for the indifferent, head in the sand bunch known as preservation. Other folks would at least make a bet during their downtime to see how much time the space station has left. Yes, I see the space station is done for. Didn't think the Legion would actually do their job this time. Bad news for the space station, though. I, on the other hand, made a small fortune out of this. I wonder how livid your Madam Herta must be. My new boss has made it clear. This is genius. If this genius really does need help, the Intelligentsia Guild is willing to put everything on the table, as long as she recognizes that the Genius Society is not any better than the Intelligentsia Guild. What say you? Tell her about this generous offer, and if things work out, send your reply to the tavern, World's End. There's a seat if you walk in. Turn left and walk 5 steps. You'll find it in the 9th row. The one with the iron bell. And an Aster Falciphilus. Falcifolius? What an interesting word. Plant hanging over. Shove the letter under the 4-liter Capocali tankard. Haha. Where the fuck does he get ambergris? Is it fucking space? Space whales out there? Is I get some space whale ambergris? Old friends and enemies and new ones. Those of you who know about Jose Lazaro feel free to ask the Department of Implement Arts. I can still recall the man in charge of the Department of Implement Arts when I was a junior researcher trying my best at work. Wen Huaren was his name, the old man of Wen Ming. Old Miser really enjoyed cutting our research funds. He slashed the supply of instruments used to test the composition of atmosphere and soil on different planets, and used the money to buy showy antiques from the IPC, calling it a business exchange. He had an eye for rare relics, I'll give him that. He bought low and sold extremely high to the inter-astral market. The Department of Implement Arts was raking in profits because of this. In the meantime, we had to make do with an astral rod for planetary research. Even after I hit his face with an astral rod, he did not change a bit. Business as usual. Money for Department of Implement Arts. Budget cut for Department of Galactic Geography. Business must have been booming for the Department of Implement Arts since I left. After all, one less accountant who ran random checks and pushed for fair distribution of resources to worry about. More and more suppliers have Herta Department of Implement Arts branded on their packages. In addition to Wenhoren, all those who bullied the Department of Galactic Geography were taught a lesson by me, Jose Lazaro. Many became my enemies who saw to my removal from the space station, but some turned into my friends. I'm not the most amicable type, true, and I got into a lot of trouble because of that. But Wen Tianwen was the only one who gave me a proper smack. It was on me, though. I owe him that. Those old friends of mine, I know most of them are still kicking. Same goes for me. In fact, I went to them. I want them to know that I have never felt better, despite the fact that I nearly kicked the bucket in the wastelands of destruction several times. My head was wanted by numerous factions thanks to my recklessness. Years of saving wasted in Masked Fool's pub. None of those matters now. I'm alive kicking an old friend or enemy. Farewell, Comet Hunter. Everything's been dealt with. What are you doing out here? Gun from the Department of Galactic Geopolitics came in and temporarily took over the authority of the medical cabin, saying he knows how to cure Sheila. In return for letting him use the medical cabin, he helped our department compile a list of patients' confidentiality clauses. With that, no matter how influential a visitor is, they must follow the department's rules. This will greatly improve the privacy of doctors and patients alike. This gun could be a bad guy. Why do you say that? Although, judging by your anxious look, you don't seem to be lying. Fine, you can sort it out with him face to face. If you look like you're in a rush, whatever, our department isn't involved. You can deal with your own problems. He's not a bad guy. I'm performing treatment on this young guy to the Department of Galactic Geopolitics. Do you two have a good reason for breaking it here? I think you have ulterior motives. Look, like I said, I'm helping this guy from the Department of Galactic Geopolitics. Although there was a little accident, it was not serious and far from being a conspiracy. She seems to have temporarily lost consciousness, but her vitals are okay. By the way, I haven't introduced myself. I'm Gunn, the founder of the Department of Galactic Geopolitics. Geopolitics? Is this supposed to be geopolitics or geopolitics? Maybe it could be pronounced either way. But with the Geo at the beginning, it might pronounce politics? That would be weird. As you can see, I have the knowledge and authority that matches my age. If you don't leave, I will have security take you away on grounds of interfering with medical procedures. There's nothing we can do. His authority is higher than mine. Second only to the Chief Arlen. Let's wait outside. Oh, to Chief Arlen? Just let him call the security department on us now. Young man, why do you say that? Calm down. There seems to be a misunderstanding. Yeah, I'm friends with Arlen, so fuck you. Why do you have my manuscript? I distinctly remember putting it away a long time ago. To tell you the truth, I'm a theater enthusiast. I've written a play or two myself in my spare time. It's pure fiction. I see you have a lot of doubts in me. Why don't we have a chat? Maybe we can be friends. That's right. If you have anything important to say, spill it. Manuscript talks about a mysterious experiment. Sheila has been reciting the script you wrote in advance. Oh, you've spoken to her? It's very observant of you. Most people wouldn't notice without paying close attention. Let me put it this way. I wrote that so-called script by imitating Sheila's speech. It's still fictional. That should clear up any misunderstandings you have. Manuscript talks about a mysterious experiment. The so-called experiment is just part of my hobby. Some people like gardening. I prefer to write plays. Surely you can't be so naive as to think that anything has to do with what you see here right now, are you? I think you have ulterior motives. That's just your personal speculation. Do you have any other evidence? If not, there's no need to continue this conversation. My intuition has always been accurate. What are you talking about? Is this another residual effect of watching those videos? Right, the videos! What videos? What are you talking about? I saw you on the videos. What? How could you have seen Gun and Sheila's videos? Given their age difference, if you saw a young Gun in the videos, Sheila must have been a baby at the time, but that's not what you saw. Unless the Sheila in front of you is now is neither the owner of the videos nor the real Sheila Nova. Wait, now I kind of remember her? Is she the one that saw the Starquake? If there is a so-called conspiracy or some kind of experiment, then it can only mean one thing. She's impersonating Sheila under false pretenses. And she's strictly following Gun's script. Yep, it all makes sense now. Hey, you two, I must say this is all very entertaining to watch. Well, since you found the video, I suppose I can't hide it anymore. Who would have thought this tiny experiment of mine could attract so much interest? What happens next may surprise you, but no matter what you see or hear, please be patient until the end. You better tell the truth, don't embellish it. Sheila, reconnect. We have something to ask you. Yes, Mr. Gunn, but I don't feel so good. Sheila, are you okay? Now you can give her some instructions like pray or sing or shout. Be sure to do what I say first. Remember, the instructions include pray, sing, and shout. Hello, I am Sheila Nova, your guide to the Hertas Department of Galactic Geopolitics. Sing. I should have said hit me. What the heck is going on? A smart person may have guessed by now. This all happened because I was too idealistic with my initial experiment design. I thought I could restore Sheila to her original self, relying on a script and some technology. Unfortunately, a limited script will never be able to simulate a person's natural reaction in the real world, so I tried letting her watch videos of the past, hoping that she could get a better understanding of how to be human. But I didn't expect Sheila, or should I say Prototype 157, to become so human. She started to think more and more like a real person. She even realized that another Sheila, who looked exactly like her, once existed in this world. That was when she began to doubt her own existence. This is very dangerous for an android. The plot thickens. To be honest, it was an eye-opener for me as well. No wonder her body scan showed that her parameters were almost perfect. It was like a well-calibrated machine. That's right. The experiment I referred to is a perfect recreation of young Sheila standing before you. It was modeled after the co-founder of the Department of Galactic Geopolitics and love of my life, Sheila Nova. She died in the vast ocean of stars long ago. The reason I made Prototype 157 is that I wanted to make up for my regret of not saving my true love when I had the chance. When she found out she's not a real person, in order to prevent cognitive confusion, I had to erase her memory again and again to restore her settings and maintain her normal operation. Hello, Jen. But she still remembered where you hid the information. Yeah, you shouldn't deprive her of the ability to think for herself. No. I actually think the deprivation is necessary. When she became aware of her own memory loss, she began to ask around for help, and the situation could have easily gone out of control. So when I found out what Sheila was being treated by the researcher Joanne in this medical cabin, I came as soon as I could to try to fix her cognition once again. Putting good news for the hospital. Oh, good. Good morning, Rainbow. It's great to see you again. I hope you're doing fantastic. You won't succeed this time. How did this fix go? There are many possibilities. Maybe she will finally live according to the script once and for all, or perhaps she'll continue the cycle, fall into another amnesia, and begin to seek help until the next fix. No matter how we deal with Sheila, I beg you, please don't make this experiment public. The ethical issues are bound to be investigated by the Department of Galactic Geopolitics. Please forgive this old man who was just trying to mourn his dead wife. I'm just a bystander. Not my decision, DJ. I think you have 3 choices now. Tell them the truth about their life, fix the factory, or destroy the prototype and erase all records. Tell them about their life. As the leader of the investigation, it's up to you to make the final decision. As for Gunn, I'll keep an eye on him. Have you really thought it through? Yes, tell her the truth. Since you insist, I will tell her about her story. But how she's going to react to that is completely beyond my control. Gunn carries out a decision, leaves the medical cabin in silence. How do you feel? Like I just had a very long dream. Can Android dream of electronic sheep? No, sir, that's a Blade Runner reference. Actually, she dreamed of Cold Space Station, a lost lover, a huge planet, and a silent radio. So I'm a mechanical replica of a real person. My life is a parody of the dead. My thoughts, my speech, and even my behavior are a product of Mr. Gunn's preset. How ridiculous. After learning that the other me had such a rich life, I wish I had my own birthday, my own friends, and my own dreams. You can inherit everything from Sheila. Is it my wish? Or perhaps I do have my own birthday, my own friends, and my own dream? Oh no, there seems to be a problem with her language module. Her various functional indicators are fluctuating sharply. Thank you, DJ. I'm just a guide in the Department of Galactic Geopolitics. I think there's an even longer dream waiting for me. One where I willingly dedicate everything to the department. Anyway, thank you and farewell, DJ. Her cognitive module was burned due to information overload. It seems that telling the truth was a bad decision. Bitch, please. You can fix that module. Alas, even the most advanced diagnostic equipment couldn't detect the difference between her and the real person, except on the side of her neck. There's a vague mark with a number 157. No need to blame yourself. No one could have foreseen the outcome. It's not your fault. By the way, you still have Sheila's videos there? It's time to return them to a rightful place. Cheer up and let everything go back to the way it was. I mean, I'm fine. I'll make Sheila my best friend. Would I rather eat a Bounty or a Snickers? I don't even remember what a Bounty tastes like. I haven't had a Bounty in so long. I'd probably pick a Snickers. Hold on, I gotta Google up a Bounty real quick. I don't remember. Oh, Bounty is just like... It's essentially a Mounds, right? Just like coconut and chocolate. I really fucking love coconut candy, though. Coconut in general. But I'd still rather have a Snickers.
Mada 早いし、どこかへ行こうか。
I want both. I also would like both. Experiencing other people's lives with your very own eyes. That's the charm of those videos. Brought them all back. Three. Not one too many. Work hard, youngling. Sit down and have a rest. In return, I want to tell you a story I heard. A story I heard God knows when. You want to hear it? Go on. Once, in the Department of Galactic Geopolitics, there were 2 well-known young people. They were not only comrades in arms with similar interests, but also a couple who pushed each other to become better. They were committed to fighting for the weak and upholding justice for those who were trampled by Aeons and their factions. Until one day, justice was no longer just an ideal. The Lord Ravager came to the female researcher's hometown, and her home planet was about to be destroyed. For the first time ever, the two disagreed on how justice should be implemented in this scenario. The female researcher chose to return home to the planet alone to alert them of the disaster, but unexpectedly, an accident occurred during her journey. At the time, the star rail was blocked by Stellaron, and her spacecraft was also stranded in the path of an antimatter legion. In absolute fear, she chose to call Herta Space Station for help. However, the space station had chosen to remain neutral in all actions involving the Aeons, and the operator responsible for relaying this ruthless message was none other than the male researcher himself. Through the radio, he personally witnessed how his stranded lover ran out of oxygen in the damaged aircraft and how she slowly died, drifting into the endless darkness. For some reason, this tragic story just came to mind today. Thought I'd share it with you. Must have been tormenting for him. Maybe. However, I believe that in this long life, he must have found a way to make up for the past and obtain peace. Well, that's all for today. Please take these rewards. Hope to see you again in the future. After all, there's still many secrets in this world waiting to be unearthed. She talking like we on a planet. Misspelled mounds, yeah. It's essentially mounds. I guess it's called bounty order. Ow. Alright. I think I'm done with the stream for this morning. I've got work in a little bit. I know it is a little early, but I'll get started on some shit. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out with me. It's been a pleasure. Have a lovely day. You as well. Everybody, all of you have a lovely day or night or whatever it is where you are. Hopefully I'll be on after work, probably with more of this game. I love you, Otter. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much. I love you. Bye.